All right, good evening and welcome back to our channel, Princess. Today remains the 2nd of October 2025, and it gives me great joy whenever I read some comments and messages. Some of them carries life, some of them carries excitement, and also some of them carries hunger for excellence and hunger for knowledge. And that is what keeps me committed to pouring out wisdom also that can transform lives. It's just because of some of you who are interested and also wants to really climb this pinnacle. Now, I want to take some of these messages one by one, and they are concerns of the people, and also expand on them in the most practical way so that a lot of people can learn. We have one coming from Mr. Sunday Umo here, who says, "Good afternoon, sir. I love every advice you have been giving us on this platform. May the Lord bless you, sir. Kindly enlighten us on piggery." On piggery. Okay. On piggery. Okay. Then we have this coming from Judy Otike. Judy Otike is my big time friend. Saying, "Princey, can I tell you something? You are a gift to my generation." Oh, I'm blushing. Thank you very much, Judy Otike. God bless you. I said, "I went down flat on the floor. I couldn't hold back tears of joy. I glorified the name of God for what He has done for us as a people, a nation, and my organization. Apostle has broken the silence we all have longed for all these years. Prepare your house and celebrate, for God has done it." Yes, that's interesting. We appreciate God for that. Then we have Ozoimena Boniface. "Princess, it's a man with wisdom. Good afternoon. I most sincerely appreciate your performances in Grant System. If not for your weather intervention also, most of us would have been in mess with our funds. Please always educate us in any subject that people might bring in terms of project one need to invest. I suggest, sir, if one invests in a company like Nigerian Breweries Company as a distributor or cement company, etc., advise." All right, that message might be disjointed in some ways, but I think I get some of the things that is right now there. All right, okay, beginning from the piggery, my own opinion, and I'm going to give you a pragmatic response to this. I want to first appreciate you. That's Mr. Sunday Umo. Thank you so much for your humility in reaching out and your passion to also learn. Now, I see piggery as one of the most lucrative livestock ventures in Nigeria today and across Africa. That is if it is well managed. Now, unlike poultry, where profit margins can sometimes be swallowed by the high cost of feed, we talk about the feeds of this poultry. Piggery is not like that. Piggery actually offers some consistent growth and demand, especially because the pork, which is called the pork meat, is widely consumed and also used in industries such as the sausages, the bacon, the ham, and some animal fat processing. So the pork meat is widely consumed. Now, there are certain things that you need to also know when you want to start a piggery farming or venture. Beg your pardon. Now, the first thing is you have to start small and you have to grow steady, stepwisely until you get to the zenith. You don't need to begin with hundreds of pigs. You can start with like 5 to 10 winners. the piglets of 2 to 3 months old, they are actually cheaper to manage, and they allow you to learn the ropes without you losing heavily in case of mistakes. You understand? So start small, then grow steadily. You understand? Then their housing and also their environment matters. Contrary to what a lot of people think, like it depends on the type you're looking at. Pigs like death, and sometimes pigs hate death. Depending on where you're coming from, they actually they require clean, well-ventilated pen with good drainage system. And they might not sometimes. Anyway, let me just put it as the type of pigs are dirty, yes, but there are types that need clean environment, to really function and get you the best that you needed. So you must ensure that the floor is cemented, because anything that is a living thing can catch disease. So in spite of the fact that pigs like dirt, it doesn't mean that you should let their litters be all over the place, and then they should be everywhere should be dirty, and they will catch disease, they'll be infected. You understand? So ensure that the floor of where they are is cemented and is also slightly sloped, so that their urine and waste can easily flow out. You understand? And this will prevent disease in getting them. Then if you have to feed them, pigs eat almost everything and anything. But don't you make that mistake. That because they eat everything and anything and you are careless about it. Balanced feeding is a key. Feed them with mix of concentrates like the corn brain, or is it corn brain they call it again? I think it's corn bran, soya beans, fish meal. They like it a lot. And then some farm byproducts like the cassava peels. They like cassava peels a lot. The yam peels, whatever, peels, vegetables, they like it so much. A pig can reach market size of around 70 to 90 kilogram within 6 to 8 months if you feed them consistently and rich meal is administered to them. Within 6 to 8 months they can reach up to that weight of 70 to 90 kilogram. You understand? Then when you talk about their breathing, one female pig sow. A female pig is called a sow, S-O-W. So one female pig can give birth to up to 8 to 12 piglets. Just at once. They give birth a lot. Piglets all over the place, and that one can also farrow twice in a year. That is to bring another piglet, within a year, 2 times in a year. There's a possibility of that, and that means that one sow, which is one female pig, can give you 16 to 24 piglets per year, all things being equal. Now imagine multiplying that by 5 sows. You have 5 females, and all of them are to give birth within a year, and each of them is giving birth to like 10 or 12 piglets. You know what that means? Then the market condition. There is a steady demand in hotels, in restaurants, and some meat processors also. Some people also sell live pigs during the festive seasons. Though not everybody likes pig. I think the Muslims don't really like eating pork meat like that, But there are places where you have it in high demands and they're really asking for it. Then it also has some risk also. The diseases outbreaks can be devastating, very devastating. So hygiene and vaccinations are non-negotiable for them. Theft is another issue. People sometimes like to steal pigs, so because of the meat quality and the fat quality. So you have to secure your farm very well. So on advisory mode, start small, document everything, then reinvest your profit. And in 2 to 3 years, you could be running a medium-scale piggery that is capable of sustaining your family and even employing others. I think that is that about that. Then Judy K, I appreciate you so much. Your words humbled me. You called me a gift to my generation. Thank you very much. I must confess that you are also a gift to my generation. And we thank the Lord for your life, your selfless life towards humanity. This is the woman that used her money to register cooperatives under this grant, Judy Otike. She's in abroad and she used her money to register without collecting a dime from them. She has an NGO and she used her money to register everybody, thousands, with her own personal money, and told them, don't worry, don't pay anything. I want all of you to be part of this scheme. I want to register you for this scheme selflessly. I don't know what kind of mind it is. That's the mind of Christ. That's the mind of Christ, that you use your own fund, not because they don't have, but you just want to help mankind and humanity to rise. You plunge in your funds into it. And a lot of people came in under her, and she used it on their behalf. I would like to be part of your NGO, Judy. I'd like to be part, so you better slot me in now automatically. All right? So may the joy of the Lord also feel good around you and in your life, and may it never depart from your house. In Jesus' name. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Then on the investment in Nigerian breweries and cement distribution, that's coming from Zoemena Boniface. That's his desire, and he wants to know how kind of lucrative this could be, investing in Nigerian breweries as a distributor or in cement companies. And I think it's a brilliant question, because a lot of people are losing money in Ponzi schemes right now simply because they don't know where to put their funds. A lot of people are losing money into a lot of things. They don't just know how to go about it. Now, the Nigerian breweries distributorship is one of the most consistent and stable companies in Nigeria today. They have products like the Star, the Gouda, the Heineken, Martina, then I think Ferus too is part of them. Ferus, yes, etc., etc. So they sell in every corner of the country, which means that demand is always very high when it comes to brewery products and distributorship. Now, if you must become a distributor, there are some requirements that you must have. You understand, a distributor of Nigerian brewery. One, you must have a warehouse. You must have a warehouse, and the warehouse must have the capacity for at least one full trailer load of the products. If you want to be a distributor of brewery content or brewery products, you must have a warehouse that has the capacity for at least one full trailer load of products with my investigation. Then you must have a truck or van for distribution. Then you must also be prepared to have like a startup capital that can range between 15 million to 50 million, depending on the location. You understand, depending on the location. Registration with the company and also meeting their vetting standards also subsist. Now, what about the pros? There is the pros and the cons of being a distributor of this company. You are dealing with a trusted brand, so there's no fear of collapse. Cranberry is a trusted brand, so you are not dealing with any fear of collapsing. Then there is high demand that ensures that there is a steady turnover. You understand? There's a high demand that ensures that there is a consistent and steady turnover. Then the margins may look a little bit small per carton, but bulk sales will make it worthwhile. If you can sell all of this in bulk, it will make it worthwhile. Then the cons of this particular venture is that it requires heavy initial capital. Then you talk of the liquidity challenges. That is, if most of your customers, if they buy on credit, you may struggle with cash flow. So don't allow that. Okay? Then there can be competition from other distributors also. So my final advice is that if you have strong capital, good storage, and also trusted retail outlets, this is a safe and long-term business you can venture into. But you must be disciplined with credit sales and also investment. Don't take credit anyhow. You understand? I think the same thing almost applies to the cement company investment. It's also a business in Nigeria with one of the most profitable put-ins, and thanks to the ongoing constructions, real estate growth, and some infrastructural development within the nation. Dangote Cement is one, Lafarge, and also Bois, they dominate the industry. So whatever it is, I may not go too much into the cement stuff. Then we also have another question that now came up. I think it was an oversight, but let me quickly talk about that. This one says, thank you, Princess. It is coming from Debbie Sula. Okay, Sister Debbie Sula. So thank you, Princess, for taking it upon yourself to ensure that we just don't squander this opportunity that God has given to us. God bless you. Amen. I want you to please enlighten me on poultry farming, especially egg production. How lucrative is this, and what do I need to do to succeed in this venture? Thanks in anticipation for your response. All right, thank you very much, Sister Debbie Sula. So on poultry farming, I have actually been into poultry farming before while I was growing up with my parent, especially egg production is what Debbie Sula is asking for. I'm going to break it down so that you can see how lucrative it is and what it takes to succeed when it comes to poultry farming. Now, egg production is one of the most consistent agribusinesses currently. The reason is simply because there are daily incomes that comes from there. Unlike crops where you wait for months, layers, they start laying eggs around as from 18 to 22 weeks. The layers, if you feed them well, between 18 to 22 weeks, they will start, they will keep laying for you almost daily for 12 to 18 months precisely. They'll keep laying for you. They might start with a little bit not too heavy eggs, you understand, but with time they will start growing those eggs. But at some point, my own layers then were laying, some of them were laying 2 yolks. You can find one egg, you see 2 yolks inside it, heavy, big. You understand? So it depends on how you also feed them well. Then there is a steady demand where eggs are very cheap proteins. And don't forget about what we have entered into now. One chance in Nigeria that one egg is almost getting to, is it 250 or 300? What a nation. And you say we are celebrating Nigeria at, I kept saying 56, I think it's 65, and it even shows how backward this country has been. You understand? It's like I don't want to talk about that. So, eggs are cheap protein that is consumed by all the classes of people. And they are used in bakeries, they are used in restaurants, they are used in hotels. So there is a steady demand for eggs. And then when you talk about the profitability of the eggs, a well-managed bird can lay up to 250 to 280 eggs per year. If you know, go and verify. A well-managed bird can lay up to 250 to 280 eggs per year. Now imagine if you have 500 layers. That's about 12,000 eggs per month. That's huge. That's huge. Even if you have to sell the eggs for 80 naira to 100 naira, but that's not tenable in Nigeria now. We only one egg like 250, 300. One egg. Now you can see how revenue grows very fast with this. So what you need to do to actually succeed, their housing and their environment is very, very important. Very, very important. You have to build a well-ventilated poultry house with good roofing to protect them from heat and from rain. Cages are better for layers. You will have cleaner eggs. You have less wastage of feed, and then it's going to be very easy for you. But the deep litter system is cheaper for starting small. The deep litter system is actually is cheaper if you have to start small. Then you have to stock the right birds also. Yes, you have to stock the right birds. You buy your point of lay pullets when they are at like 16 to 18 weeks old, and you have to buy them from reputable hatcheries. Don't cut corners. Healthy stocks is everything. So ensure that you can buy point of lay of 16 to 18 weeks old, and you will definitely not regret it. Yes, you will not. Then feeding them, feed accounts for about 70% of the cost in poultry. About 70% of the cost implication. So you have to always use quality layers mash with the right calcium content for stronger shells. Then clean water must be available for them 247. Then managing their health, vaccination and deworming schedules are very compulsory, and so neglecting health can actually wipe out your entire investment overnight if you joke with the health management of your layers, or the fowl or the chicken or whatever they call them. Very important. You have to vaccinate them, you have to deworm them. They are very compulsory. One night you could just see, you get there, everything is gone. It's like epidemic. Just once it hits one, it hits another one, before you know, the whole place is littered with corpses. So you must make sure that you keep the pens house very, very clean to avoid ammonia buildup and diseases for them. Then if you have to market them, don't wait till eggs pile up. Connect with hotels, connect with restaurants, connect with food stores and some local market women, so that you can be able to sell both your eggs and also manure. Yes, manure are very lucrative also. Poultry droppings, they are very valuable organic fertilizers. Very, very rich, almost richer than even fertilizer itself. So I think that's that on that. Then finally, let me talk about the challenges for you to prepare the feed. Actually, the feed cost of the feeds fluctuates, and that's one of the biggest challenge in poultry. The cost of their feeds is not stable. It fluctuates. Then disease outbreaks also. If biosecurity is poor, then you could see some disease outbreaks. They begin to just reflect or begin to burst out within that organ. Then there's a need for power or water supply in some areas, because that's an issue in some places, the power and water supply. So you must ensure that this does not become an issue. So with discipline, with planning and small consistent growth, Poultry is a stable wealth builder for you and your family and your destiny. Let me add that. So I hope you could harvest one or two things from my submission to you. In case you still have some other questions and if you want me to help to enlighten you on any field or anything you feel you need assistance, just bring it up. We are ready to serve, to help you. And if you want to go further, maybe in some consultancy questions and kind of mentoring, you can contact us privately. That goes with some cost and some implications to that, you understand? So, but as this, you are my family, and I can bring up these ones for you as lectures, understanding, so that you know what you are venturing into. Thank you very much. And this is Princess. In case you're new, do kindly subscribe and hit the bell. You wouldn't miss out on vital update. When we drop one, you have one. And so always for the masses, don't forget, we love you, but Jesus loves you most. Good night.